having this conversation with my parents the other day, we brought up this idea of minority. Minority means when a community during decision-making will form groups. Minority is obviously the group with the fewer people. This question was brought up. Is it really generally a bad thing to be in this group of the minority? Maybe not, because minority always changes. My personal experience was I am in part of the minority since elementary school. When I was in first grade, there is a stereotype in the younger grades that all girls have long hair. But I was the exception. I listened to my parents and I kept my hair short because it's somehow more convenient. The kids in the younger grade don't really think before they speak. So they made fun of me and it's really obnoxious. It's not really a big deal or anything, but it did have a strong influence on the decision I made before I graduated middle school to keep my hair long. But that was for middle school. Let's go back to elementary. Before I graduate elementary school, I have made this decision that's strong enough to change my whole life. I have made the decision to go abroad. In fourth grade, I went to the United States, Los Angeles, for 13 months and then came back. Came back in the year when I was fifth grade. I applied to a bilingual middle school and I stayed there until I graduated, and then I applied here to QDHS. QDHS, another bilingual school, is somehow have some different the curriculum is somehow different than my middle school because some of the lessons are purely designed for the students who graduated from the local Chinese middle schools, and I obviously don't have this experience. I was again in the minority group. But the more important thing is what I decided to do, because I made this decision to join the majority group and get used to it. I'm moving toward the group of the majority every single day. I don't think I have get right there yet, but I think I will one day in the future. I guess the point I'm trying to make is not how hard I try to move into the majority, but you can see that the minority changes. When I was in fourth grade, I was the only single person in the whole school who had the idea of going abroad and take actions. But right now, I don't even need to give you this data. You can already tell that more and more people wanted to go abroad. It became very popular in Shanghai and in China. So I am the witness from elementary school to high school. But remember I said the word when I was in elementary school, the word stereotype? When I consider about this word, I don't think it's the correct word to use in this case, because a good example of stereotype would be, all Sichuan women are beautiful. This is a good stereotype because a girl cannot decide whether or not she's from Sichuan, and she cannot decide she should be born beautiful or not. She was judged by the things that she cannot possibly change. But in my case, I can change every single decision I make. I can change my hair I can change my hairstyle every single day if I wanted. I can go to I can apply for numerous universities as I wish. But the point I'm trying to make is, I can decide every single thing I want to have in the rest of my life. And stereotype shouldn't be the correct word. If stereotype isn't the right word, what would be then? There is this word in my mind that I'm imagining of, but I can't express. I'm looking for this word, and I found it. Recently, when I was visiting the TED official website, I saw a speech. The speaker said, people are putting themselves in different boxes and stay in the boxes. Boxes is a very good word to use in this case because they are simply not thinking out of the box. If they're not thinking out of the box, they can only see the dark, gloomy inside of the box instead of what people who really are. If I am in the box, I see people as boxes. And maybe I can even see them as a whole picture because I myself is in the box. The same concept works for the colored lenses. If I'm putting on colored lenses and I see this carpet, and I'm telling you that this carpet is green, the problem is not here or there, it's here. when I'm looking down at this carpet. I don't mean to lie. I don't mean to convince you that this carpet is green because it's actually red, as everyone can see. But the thing is, when I'm putting on things, I'm adding things into the word without any, if I'm adding words, adding meaning to something, then it will be completely different. Minority and majority in the dictionary are just two normal words if we don't add colors into it. I don't mean to erase these two words permanently from the dictionary, because that's not what I mean. What I mean is, what actually caused this is those boxes, those colored lenses, those labels you have put, or someone had put onto others. If we want to prevent all those prejudice and discrimination from happening, I think the question we have to consider is, what can we actually do? When I say think out of the box, I think a better way of thinking out of the box is simply if you have no boxes. If we throw away those boxes, if we step back from discrimination and prejudice from occurring, then everything will be changed. I cannot change the color of the carpet, but I can change my color of the lenses. If everyone decided to throw away those boxes, throw away those lenses, and erase all the labels, then this will be completely different. Minority and majority will have no additional meanings aside from a community during decision-making will form groups, and the groups of the fewer people will be called the minority. That's the only thing that it will mean. In the civilization advanced like today, I'm looking forward for the boxes to be removed and all the labels and permanently cleaned up, and the minority and the majority without any additional meanings can live happily together like a tale. Thank you all for listening.